is November 17th, 1995, and I'm interviewing G.W. Holt in his home on the Kentucky Dam Project, and my name is Chamonix Miller. Where were you born and when?
February 22nd, 1918. I was born what there used to be the old Birmingham.
So you grew up in this area?
Yeah.
And you remember the area before TVA came?
Yeah.
What was it like?
I don't hardly know how to explain it.
Very rural, like a tree?
The what?
Agriculture?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What kind of jobs were in this area before TVA?
Very few.
Very few?
Very few.
Were there any industrial jobs?
I don't believe so. I don't believe there's nothing going on in Calvert City back then when the dam been built.
When did you start work on it?
I either went down there in 37 or 39. I'm not too sure. But I believe it was around 37. And we went going in to work, we had to go across what they call a catwalk, going across the river, and it had a swinging bridge on it. Well, half of it went one way, the other half went the other way. So boats to come under the bridge, then that was back during the war. And them soldier boys would come across that railroad track there with car loads of probably 150, maybe 200 at a time.
Oh, really?
They'd have their heads stuck out the window hollering and going on. And I walked that catwalk a million morning when it's 20 above zero.
And I'm sure it swung and everything, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
How long did you work on this thing?
Somewhere around 5 years.
5 years. And how old were you when you started?
You got me there. Probably 18, 19, 20, somewhere along. I was still in the draft age. I was in the draft age.
How did you get hired?
Well, that's a good question.
Okay.
I was working for NYA. Was working over here on the school building. And my foreman's name was Louis Bradley. And he said, how would you like to go to work down at Kentucky Dam? I said, I'd like it fine. He said, I'm going to write a couple of letters for you. And he wrote them letters, and he hired me. Right on. For his help. Then I worked most of the time with divers. Divers. They'd go down on the outside of the gates to inspect them gates, see if they'd go up and down. And he said there were some of the biggest fish in that bottom of that river he ever seen.
Oh, really?
He said it looked like whales. He said they'd weigh at least 150, 200 pound fish. And I worked, I believe, 2 years as a laborer. And that 2 years, I went to a pipe fitter helper. And now that was my job, pipe fitter helper, which was amounted to about 3 years as a fitter. And then I was, I don't remember what year it was, when the crane turned over in the river. And pinned the operator. He stayed in there 3 days before they got him out. And they said his hands, fingers, were gripped so tight to them throttles that controlled that rig, they had to prise them loose from them throttles. Then I've been all in the gates, I've been all over them gates. I've been down in the turbines. And I've clomb that rope ladder down in them turbines a many day with a pipe wrench on my back, which were down somewhere over 100 foot deep. And the turbines, I don't know whether you know how to work or not. It's a big turbine sitting there on a bearing. On the upper side of the blade, the water comes under them turbines and turns them turbines around. That makes electricity. Then the water comes out on the outside on the lower side of the dam. And down below that dam now, there's steel, cables, and everything in there. Where that bridge set on, they just cut them off, leave them in the water, and then you can get them out. I tell you, it was amazing when that dam was being built.
I'm sure that it was.
And I was there when the president come across.
Oh, really?
Truman, when he come across, I remember him very well.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. He stood down the back of that train and made a little talk.
Yeah.
Of course, everything was down there, and they just shut everything down. And I still remember some of the foremen named supervisors was down there. Of course, they gone now. They're dead now.
Remember George Jessup, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Filbert.
Yeah.
And my foreman's name was Arthur G. Ford.
Ward?
From Alabama.
Oh, really? What was your salary?
I believe when I went down there as a laborer was somewhere about 90 cents an hour.
Oh, really?
Of course, when I went up to fitter, I believe it went to about $250 or $260. I don't remember just about all.
So you remember George Jessup? What kind of guy was he?
Pretty nice guy.
Did you ever have any encounters with him or anything?
No, I've talked to him.
Did you?
Yeah, for having meet. I mean, for his, discussion anything, I never did. And I was there when they flooded the hole.
Oh, really?
On this side.
Okay.
After come that flood, the water come over the wall, and they had them electric cranes in there, so they just left them in there.
Oh, really?
And water just come all around. And one time, after they flooded that hole, that's when I was still in the labor crew. My foreman told me, he said, you go over there and I want you to catch some of them fish. So I got me a sack, went over there with a dip net, and I caught a tow sack full of them fish.
Oh, really? By dipping it in?
And he said, now, you walk across the levee over there, and I'll pick you up at quitting time. See, they used to have the big office building for all the big wheels up on top of the hill. You ever been over?
Yeah.
You remember what the office set up on top of that big high hill?
Yeah.
That by the locks?
Yeah, okay.
That's where Jessup and them stayed.
Okay.
Then the payroll office was down there by where the locks is now. And the hospital was on this side, up there on 641. I don't know where you remember him. Do you remember the hospital? Do you?
Yeah. Did you live here and then commute? Did you live in Benton and then commute, or did you live in the day?
I lived in Benton.
Benton.
Yeah, I lived in Benton.
Did your crews get along with each other?
Huh?
Did your crews get along with each other? Did everybody get along with each other?
Yeah, I've had no trouble with no colored people whatsoever.
Oh, really?
But there wasn't too many down there.
Yeah.
I believe there's a few laborers down there. But on up, higher up, I don't believe there was any there on fitters or anything like that. They was laborers.
So you don't remember any strikes or anything like that?
None whatsoever.
I hear that George just had a little spyglass he used to peek out of his office.
Yeah, I've seen him do that.
Did you?
I've seen him do that. But people got wise to that.
Oh, really?
They pull their